My dad was on the minors for the Boston Red Sox, and he tried out for the Olympic hockey team when he was 16 years old. Well, I wasn't good in any sports really growing up.
He got involved in football. He didn't last a season.
My dad put me on the teams with my older brothers because he thought that would be good for me. My brother was a halfback. My father said, well, Jerry's going to be a halfback. I had to run through those holes, and I would get demolished.
And his father said, well, I guess that's it, Jerry. Football's out. Then he went on to baseball, and he played a short season of baseball, but then he got hit in the eye.
And ended up in the emergency room with my eye swollen and black and blue.
And that kind of took care of baseball. The big thing happened for him when he went to Xaverian High School. He discovered pole vaulting.
Real good ball. That was much better. Real good.
I had about 6 kids showed up for the practice, and Jerry Cahill was one of them. I made him run a couple of sprints and do this and that and the other thing. Jerry was a very skinny little kid, and in the process of running, Jerry was coughing and wheezing, and I don't know if he weighed 80 pounds at the time. And I knew nothing about cystic fibrosis. Didn't put the 2 and 2 together. I thought Jerry was going to fall down and die on the spot. And I said to Jerry, I think you ought to go to your doctor and make sure that you can do this and bring me a note. And he goes, oh, yeah, I can do that.
But the coach was relentless. He never gave up on Jerry. Jerry was very flattered by that. And he himself then became disciplined because he did not want CF to hold him back.
Jerry worked for everything he got. He worked inordinately long hours to develop his skill, and consequently his plant and things like that were superior.
It really was probably the best thing in the world for me because I didn't know it was a good thing for CF. The doctors never promoted exercise. But because of all the exercise throughout high school and college, I was never hospitalized for CF.
He worked very hard, he loved the event, and he got very good at it. And consequently, he got a scholarship towards UConn.
I studied hard. I competed in college for 4 years. During the summer, I was working at a restaurant, and somebody mentioned to me once that I should model. So I went to an agency called William Schuler Talent. They liked my look, and I was shooting JCPenney, Burger King, Cub Scout ads, Sears Roebuck, underwear things, and I was clueless.
He was a good-looking guy. He had a couple of girls calling him up, oh, I'm not home. He'd say, I'm not home.
I was dating a great girl, and she always would talk about getting married and having beautiful children with blue eyes and little blonde-haired towheads, she'd call them. And she didn't even know I had CF. I told her one night, and I said, well, it's a respiratory thing, but for the most part, I'm fine. I said, but one thing you should know is that I can't have children. She's like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, I'm sterile. It's part of the disease. She kind of freaked out, and she left the room. She was like, well, listen, you know, I'm really sorry, but it means too much to me to have my own children. Does it affect your relationship? Yeah, it affects them. It has. I mean, listen, I'm beyond that. I'm 53. You know, it's affected my relationships. It's probably, in a lot of ways, scarred me. But that is what it is. You know, what am I going to do? You can't, what's that saying? You can't cry over spilt milk? No, well.